As of today, our butter income for this year has reached over 28,000 wen, just a step away from last year's 30,000 wen. However, as the temperature drops, the difficulty of processing butter is gradually increasing. While we weren't paying attention, the two little ones went to play in the water at a puddle in the pasture. In a moment of carelessness, Treading Bear almost lost his life there. Today we're going to process the 2 buckets of butter we've recently accumulated. Although the rainy season arrived late this year on the Ruoergai grassland, the drop in temperature was right on time. Over the past couple of days, because of the rain and the lower temperatures, every step in the butter processing, except for Mom's final shaping work, has become much more difficult. The very first step, taking the butter out of the bucket, is already quite tough because the lower the temperature, the more solid and sticky the butter becomes. Together, well, you can only pick off one at a time. So processing ghee in autumn and winter is not only a test of physical strength, but also of finger strength. It took about 20 minutes to get the ghee out of the bucket completely. Because the temperature was relatively low today, we didn't ask Xiangji and Zhuang to help. As a result, while we were processing the sesame oil, they ran into a puddle formed by rain in the grassland. Fortunately, they were discovered in time. Otherwise, they might have been in danger of their lives. After getting ashore, Zhuang Chuo finally realized that Xiangji was still unwilling to come up. He first took Zhuang Zuo to the tent to warm him up. He also caught Xiangji, took off his food and clothes, and roasted them together by the stove. Otherwise, he would catch a cold again. Okay, we will continue to process the ghee, which is completely different from the previous times. When the temperature was low, the ghee was scattered in the first stage. We kneaded it for a long time, but no milk appeared. Fortunately, although our hands were cold, our bodies were still warm because it took a lot of physical effort. After about half an hour of processing, milk finally appeared. After the milk appeared, it meant that the ghee was about to be processed. About 10 minutes later, the ghee became a whole piece. Keep kneading to squeeze out the moisture. I'll knead it here a bit longer, so Mom can almost go straight to rinsing it again in a bit. Because the temperature is quite low today, processing ghee is really a test of physical strength, and the difference in stamina between my wife and me really shows. Fortunately, in autumn and winter, the yaks produce less milk, so each of us only needs to process 1 bucket of ghee. Otherwise, it would be just too exhausting. My bucket of ghee is already finished. If it were a while ago when the weather was hot, this block of ghee would be very soft and hard to pick up as a whole. Just from the feeling of sticking my fingers into the ghee, you can tell that today's ghee is a bit firm, but it feels really nice to the touch. My wife's batch of ghee has also reached the final stage. My mom is first shaping the ghee that I processed. Since a friend who isn't hurting today needs some ghee at home, my mom is specially shaping it for me, making it into small blocks of about 10 jin each. My dad has been going to Mac to sell the ghee these past few times, where the price is a bit higher than here. So, the 2 buckets of ghee today can probably sell for around 2,500 yuan. With this, our ghee income for this year has reached over 28,000 yuan, and we're very close to surpassing last year's goal of 30,000 yuan. We need to get a new device for the 2 kids. That's it for today's video. See you all tomorrow.